next step?
Just being in the playbook, just during spring, having to work with the ones and just getting a feel of how the game's going to go and just taking on a leadership role, knowing that TJ's not going to be here next year. You're going to have to step up and produce a lot for this team. So I've just been taking everything. Everything's been important to me, walkthroughs, just making sure I'm on that next level. So when it's time for me to, take over, that I'm ready to do so.
Did you practice much at the middle spot last year?
Yes, that's where I started off at, yeah. Mm-hmm.
How much did TJ miss in the spring, and then you getting all those first-team reps sort of prepare you for this year?
It's definitely helped. I never wanted to be underprepared coming out to practice, not knowing what to do. Being the Mike linebacker, you got to know your job. Then you got to know everybody else's job, and then you figure out yours last. So just making sure I was on top of my game, and without him being there, and him being usually the vocal kind of leader outside on the field, it just helped me become a better leader coming out playing Mike. With him being out, yeah.
Did you make calls in high school like you're having to do now? Is that something you were used to doing?
Yeah, so I was used to it, but it's a different game when you come here. It's a lot faster. So once I got a hang of, I'm comfortable making checks, doing what I need to do to make sure everybody's on the same page. And overall, I'm comfortable making calls, yeah.
What's it been like with you and TJ out there together? I guess y'all weren't out there much together last year.
It's been fun, it gets confusing at times because me being the mic, and him usually being the mic and being the one that's talking, it's like we're both talking at the same time. So everybody's getting double communicated, and it's fun. It's fun playing with him. He's a great guy, so I like being out there with him.
Yeah, what do you think you've done to kind of impress Coach Hutzler? What's been different about you so far this preseason?
I just made sure during the offseason that I did improve on speed and overall running mechanics. I think they can definitely tell that I'm moving a lot better, that I'm a lot more comfortable in that position. I'm real comfortable now, being that that I know pretty much everything and know how to get people lined up. So I definitely think they're impressed with that, and just overall making plays all fall camp. That's been my goal, to get the ball off people, make tackles, do everything that's necessary so I can impress them and compete for that one spot.
What have you noticed about Derek Boykins there at the mic with you? What's been good about him?
He's doing good. He's got to continue to learn. It's hard playing Mike. He'll come around throughout time as throughout the season goes, just as I did. But it's definitely difficult, especially because Coach Hutzler holds us to a high standard. We have to be on our game and just make sure everybody's on one accord. So it's definitely difficult for him right now, but he'll get it. He'll come around.
When you look at your experience last season, what did it kind of teach you, prepare you for this year?
Overall, it made sure I just make sure everything's important. Coming in last year, you don't realize how much everything means to you until you're not able to do it or until you're sitting on the bench and not playing. So that's never fun. So I definitely taken that with a chip on my shoulder, and I definitely don't like sitting on the bench. So I'm going to do everything I can possible to play and start as much as possible.
You feel like you're 100%, sort of gotten over everything?
Yeah, I feel really good. This is the best shape. They got us in really good shape mentally, physically during summer. It was amazing. I feel in the best shape I felt in my entire life. So,
Ernest, what in your view was the main problem with the linebacking core last year?
I think just overall communication. I think we took communication was big. At times we would not communicate enough or over-communicate and be saying the wrong thing. So I definitely think we've improved as a group on that. You can definitely tell and see that we're more comfortable out there. Everybody's flying around making plays, and you can definitely tell the linebackers have stepped it up, especially after last year not being able to stop the run and doing stuff like that. So we're definitely ahead of like where we were last year.
How discouraging is it when you know that teams are going to keep running the ball at you and there's not a lot you can do about it?
It's very, very discouraging. I mean, there is a lot we can do about it. We can buckle down and stop the run, but we didn't do such a good job of that last year, but we're definitely going to pick that up this year.
Do you guys, is it TJ's responsibility to bark out all the signals? Is that a group effort? Who do you guys listen to out there?
It's usually the mic. So, me being the mic is my responsibility to make sure everything's right. When something goes wrong, it falls back on me. No matter if I'm near the player or not near the player, I take responsibility for that. That's just what comes with the territory. So, you got to love playing mic here. Everything's on you, and you love that. You kind of get selfish when somebody else making the calls. You don't want that. You want to control everything. So, it comes with the territory.
Sorry if you've been asked this, but what went into your decision, and how tough is the decision to play in that 5th game last year to I guess, burn that season?
Man, it wasn't too tough for me. I came to play ball. I didn't want to sit the bench from the jump. So every time I get the opportunity to play football, that's what I'm going to do. It wasn't too hard of a decision for me. I was just wanting to do the best thing to help my team. Even though we didn't come out with the victory, I still don't doubt my decision, not one bit.
Was there like a conversation, sit down with T-Rob or Muschamp or anything, or parents or family to talk about?
There was a conversation, but from the jump, I wanted to play. My mom, she was a little hesitant, but she knows her son, and she knows I just had to go with my gut, and I felt like that was something that I needed to do. I needed to play. I needed to earn the respect, from these older guys, and just make sure everybody knows that I'm here to play ball. I'm here to help this team win, and that's all I want. So.
You mentioned playing the mic, obviously, a lot more now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reach out to Sky at all to ask him about what it was like playing with TJ?
No, I really don't. I haven't communicated with Sky. I just know TJ. I know how TJ plays, and I know what it takes to play that position, and I'm going to uphold my end of that bargain as far as playing Mike and doing what I need to do. So.
Everybody always talks about making the calls, but how much, we're not out there, how much actual information are you having to convey, every play?
Sometimes you don't get sometimes you don't line up until maybe a half a second before the ball snaps. So you have to think quick. At times, you're looking over to the sideline, and as you're looking to the sideline, you're looking back and forth. And being out there with TJ, he's able to see the calls as well as he's watching what the signal is and what the call is from T-Rob. I'm scanning the field, seeing where the tight ends are and where everybody else is at. So being out there with him is definitely fun because we're able to over-communicate, get everybody right. Everybody's comfortable with us too out there. So
when you say everybody, are you relaying signals to the DBs or D-line, or just
Everybody.
Primarily the linebackers?
Everybody, D-line. You communicate with your voice for the D-line, for them, because they're not going to turn around and just look. But you use signals for the, the safeties and corners and all that. So it's not too hard, but it can be at times.
How much tougher is that with offenses going hurry up and so much faster nowadays?
It's definitely tough, but we do things where we just, what calls where you just line up to the field or you line up to the boundary or stuff like that. So that's how you can stop tempo, just getting lined up, just using, really basic calls to get you lined up, man. That's how you stop that.